Alright peeps, welcome back to Leviaville here. We're gonna let the tatty pickers here pick tatties in peace in the tatty pit. This episode is all about power, because if we have a look down here, our box of rocks are basically empty. Look at those bad lads. Nigh on touching the deck they are, but once we design and build our new power system, that will never be a problem again. Now one of the things that I've already started building that will be a problem is this bad water rig here that has basically all the gear in it. We're gonna delete that. Thankfully we don't lose any gear. We'll whip out our handy dandy. Where did that go? Where's all the stuff? I forgot it was on a bad water source. I was gonna put a warehouse in the middle so that beavers could stand on the outside and pick it up. Oh, what's this? Is this everything? That's not everything. Are there any more piles of scrap knocking about? I see some down here. That's a lot of rubble. As is that. And that. Right. I think we didn't lose anything there. Have we got any rubble over here? We do. Okay, I'm pretty sure we didn't lose anything. Well, that was rather foolish. No, that was educational. Now you know you can safely delete your bad water rig while it's on top of the bad water source surrounded by levees. As long as you got some space on the outside and at the top, you'll be alright. Now, since we're not having a bad water rig here, we also don't need any of these levees. So let's get them all deleted. Right, so now we've got a whole pile of scrap that we need to pick up. By scrap, I of course mean rubble. I'm gonna use some power shafts and get it all in one little spot. Right, well there's our piles of... Oh no, did he just get splashed with water? You're stranded. Alright, emergency platform for the stranded beaver. Get that built with a quickness. Go! Speed 4-hour-8. Oh, we got a drought approaching. That might be good. Might be not so good. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. I think we've got some beaver builders running out here to start building this, laddie. Why, aye, we've got some planks in, we just need to get some logs in, and we've got plenty to pick up, I tell you that. So hopefully old mate Rennie should get rescued before they die, that's all good. But while we got some daylight, let us spend 2,000 science points on a bad water dome. Yes, thank you very much, Lee. And that's what we're going to be putting out of this bad water source. This bad water source is getting the bad water rig treatment. And it'll all make sense before this episode's over. Now one other thing we're going to have to do is say Divney plant any crops along here, beavers. At least not for the time being. Because I need to slap some dynamite on. Speaking of, we may as well delete these two here. Get some dynamite doing there. And without further ado, let's get to building this epic mega super power platform system. Alright, so believe it or not, this is all being planned from the start. This row of large windmills here is precisely on the line that it needs to be on. Let me start by building this little bad lad at the back here. Alright, now I'm pretty sure you can imagine what this is going to be. Need prizes for guessing that I'm going to pop a big lad on here, but you did get a prize for guessing that it was too tall. Let me quickly sort that out. And now, this is going to be our big battery storage here. And all of those box of rocks there will do a lot better than these box of rocks here. Let's have a look. 26,000 horsepower. And what are these going to have? 25 million horsepower. Nah, it doesn't say. We'll find out when they're built. I'm just thinking as well, TNT wise, we probably want to have a little path for the builders. Say, just gone along a little something like that. That should be long enough. I reckon that'll be fine. So having loads of box of rocks is no good if you've got no way to power them up. And our current box of rocks are just sitting on the deck because our large windmills can't keep up. So now we're going to jump in and build the thing that... I think I just deleted the wrong thing. I want to delete that platform. And I think I just deleted the ruddy floodgate. I did! Beavers, pick that up and get that built with an absolute quickness, please. Providing builders can actually get to it. It looks like they can. That's alright then. Let's check on our little beaver over here. He's still not been rescued. How far you got to go? You got to get a couple of logs in. Let's get this beaver rescued, shall we? Oh yeah, we're gone. Finally, the beaver builders are coming to rescue the hauler there. That's it, mate. Get yourself some drink. Get yourself some bait. Oh, and we got the floodgate in as well, so I'm happy with that. Alright, so now, without any unnecessary deletions, let us build the very thing that's going to power this whole system here. Now, I have had a little bit of a think about this, and I think this is about as compact as I can get it, while, you know, not removing the crops down below that are growing in the water doing there. Right, now to get up to the further floors, I'm going to have to unlock some of these extra little power shafts. So let's start by unlocking the universal shaft. You know what? I'm just going to unlock them all. Unlock all 4 of these shafts, these bad laddies. They're going to help us build this legendary piece here. Overnight, I faffed about over here and I think I figured this out. Apart from I think I just noticed that this is floating. I thought it was a bit too good to be true. Let's have a look. Can I actually place it there? I can, but it has to be there, which should be fine. Let me just get some platforms out real quick and have a look. Yeah, sound. We're fine there. We're fine there. Right. Let's get back to the speddy up part of this build. Yeah, as I alluded to earlier, this has been the plan since episode 1. I've been super keen to get this all up and running, like. It should be an absolute unit of a wind farm / box of rocks back up. Well, after that testing is concluded, I know that I'm going to redesign this little bit where this large windmill is here. And instead of having the bridge coming out from here as I originally had planned, I'm going to have the bridge coming out from this platform here, which I believe is the very lowest I can get them over the top of these windmills here. Yeah, look at that. Barely enough clearance, but that's all good because wind flows through platforms. And I'll have to meet you in the daytime. Oh, actually, it's 0.3 days. What am I doing? I'm getting pure fixated. This needs to be up to 2. This needs to be up to 2. This, I can finally, thankfully say, needs to be up to 2, not 3. And then once that gets to 0.2.5, so about now, I'm going to pump that up to 3 as well. And that's about as well as we could have done, saving up water there. We've got a 26-day drought. So to sniff out that, like, I wish I'd saved up a bit more water in our main reservoir here. When I on half a block down. How we're doing in the tatty pit? A little bit better, but a little bit is definitely the word for it. But at least we do have plenty of storage for all this. You know what I might start doing, actually? Because I had an intriguing comment in the last episode, which may require a redesign of the tatty storage area, or the tatty tower, as was recommended to name it. And I do like the tatty tower name, like, so we're going to make it a true tatty tower. But the more we build, the more resources we waste. What I'm going to do is just maximum prioritize all of these dynamites here. Which I probably should have done during the temperate season, shouldn't I? Maximum prioritize this bad water rig. Because we have a 26-day drought. Hopefully, I'm going to maximum prioritize this bad water dome as well. Hopefully we can get both of these in that time. And the bad water drains from this pool up here. That would be ideal. And then if nothing else, I want to get these batteries high priorityed. Right, while we've got some daylight, let's continue building our little wind farm over here. I think that's a lovely, efficient little wind farm there. We are missing 2 placements here. Once the TNTs are blown up, we'll be sweet there. I think it's time now we get the power shafts out to make sure all of this is connected together. You know what I've just thought of? If I move this platform here over one, let me delete this and show you. If I move this over, I'll be able to pop a large windmill. If I also delete that, I'll be able to pop a large windmill there. Then as far as supporting this windmill goes, let me whip out our reinforced platforms here. I think I'll want a double here, and then 2 triples here. And then we can replace our large windmill with it being fully supported. Now my only issue is this bit here. Are we going to support this? I don't think we can build across and connect into here in any sort of meaningful way. Yeah, we could do though. Let's intercept the little battery bank back here. If I go ahead and delete this tower, replace it with reinforced platforms, out of there. Could I put a bridge on? Alright, can I put a bridge on? Can it be a bridge time? Let's have a look. Where are we? Here we are, right. Can I put a little steel bridge on here? Will it let me? No, it doesn't look like it. Not with the windmill there. You can see what I was going for anyway. I just wanted a couple of bridges gone now. I wonder if I put a 2 steel bridge here, if that'll look alright. It does look alright actually. It looks like it's tied into the actual windmill itself. You know, I'll spend 1,000 science points on that, and then I'll test to see if I can put a platform on top. I cannot. But what I could do, one of them, and then I can put platforms on top of that. Oh, now there is one more very important thing. Can we actually put power shafts on the arse end of this or not? Let's test it. Oh, we can. That's what I'm hoping. Because I think we can put power shafts on these actual bridges. Yeah, sweet. So let's just put 2 straight power shafts on there. Now we'll get a little T intersection there. I wonder. I'm having even more think thoughts. This is no good, this. I'm not usually this mentally active. I can do it if I don't have the bridge. And look, to be fair, this is a big wooden structure. Even those metal reinforced platforms aren't red like the steel bridges. So the steel bridge is out of place. These steel bridges here. But I will use this reinforced platform to pop a side platform on though. And now what my plan is to use single platforms here. Pop that 90-degree on there. And let's see about stepping the power up over this little platform bridge here. So we're going to come out and then we're going to step up. And I like that. And it'll make sense why I like that later. The only thing I need to do now is redo all of this bit of the battery bank here so I can accommodate the single platforms. Isn't that the joys? The joys of being a fancy builder like your boy MiGly. I'm definitely a fancy builder, aren't I? If you don't think a wall of power is fancy, then, well, that's your prerogative, isn't it? You can decide what you think's fancy and what's not. Doesn't particularly bother me in my life. So do what you like. Right, so that's the power in on our bonus little platform shelf there. Ooh, we got some dynamites to detonate. You know what? Let's do this in the night time. It'll be fun. Pretty sure I pressed detonate. Oh, I got the game paused. Okay. Nighttime explosions. Isn't that lovely? Watch out, Beaver. Don't get too close. It's alright. We're all sorted. You know what you need to do there, Beavers? Plant some more effing dynamite in there. Ooh, are these ones in for the stairs? They are. Let's quickly get these detonated because this will come in nice and handy. Beautiful. Now let's build the platforms in here. And with those platforms in place, we can place our 2 lost power wings. And by power wings, I mean windmills, of course. Let us up the priority of all of these builds along the bottom here because they will be very handy and will be immediately available. We don't have to build a big platform tower mega thing to use them. Got 2 beavers without a D in range. Oh, you picked up all the scrap. Get deleted. Happy days. You know what, Mr. Forester? You can finally plant your very last oak up here. Well, it won't be your very last oak, hopefully anyway. But it'll be the last one that I say plant. I think, maybe. Probably not though. Most definitely not. Oh, look at this! We got the bad water rigging! Hell yeah! Need more bad water from the toppity tippity toop. Well, providing we get this bad water dome in as well. How are we looking on gears? 0. We have precisely 0 gears. Okay. We don't have loads of scrap or loads of gears in, do we? No, just logs there. Gears? Nope, just logs and planks. Yeah, we've only got 2 bloody gear workshops on the can since I deleted this one. You know, I'll get this one rebuilt with a super hard priority, Beavers. And do I need to put a platform in? No, we're sweet. Happy days. Oh, lovely. We've got the gear warehouse in there. That means I can delete this gear warehouse here. Now, I don't think I can pop platforms on top of these, can I? Nah. The joys. The joys. We'll just have to wait for that one. Or do we? I think I'll just temporarily remove it rather than just faffing about waiting for it to... Essentially, we're going to be waiting for this underground pile to get built. I think I'd rather just wait for that small pile to get built there. And then delete this scrap metal pile. What is the water level over here? So we're still not below the water level here yet. Once we dip below this warehouse level, I'll delete this floodgate. So while we're waiting for that to happen, let us build this little bit of the battery farm. Now that that's in, has the water dipped here? Still not quite. That's alright. We'll let it go now night. It'll evaporate / get sloped up over here. Now what, I want to check in and see what the nightlife's like over here in the Tatty Pit. Because we've got a handful of bloody campfires. We've got the Contemplation Bridge there. We've got all of these rooftop terraces. There we go. And look at the beavers contemplating on Contemplation Ridge, hanging out by the rooftop terraces. And as well, hanging out in the campfires. Oh, I saw beaver sitting on the bench and all next to the shrub. Peak beaver life down here in the Tatty Pit, like. Ooh, I wonder if we'll be able to see the beavers running out. Come on, beavers, just run out like a bunch of maniacs from everywhere. Yes, that's what I want to see. We're going to make it even better once this whole estate's built, like. Oh, look at that. It's already imposing on the skyline and it's not even built yet. It's just a couple of floating plugs. If I can click them, they'd show up and I'll try my best to click these. There they are. Alright, now let's work on getting the power connected here. So we've got an isolated wind isolation and turbine windmill here. Got there in the end. Couldn't find power while I was doing it though. Let's connect that together, so that's all connected up. And I was trying to think of a way of connecting underneath here and into this little area here, getting a little bit of connection down here. Let's see about how we want to do that, or how we would go about doing that. Unfortunately, it means deleting this. And I'm thinking of doing a step down here, straight across there, and then it's this bit that I got to contend with here. That's it. Can I temporarily use side platforms on the side of this building here just to get something? That will be a negative. We'll come back to this bit once these spatter docks are picked, because I need to readjust this walkway anyway, so we'll get to that very shortly. So these windmills are connected to these windmills, which are connected to nothing else at the moment. Let's fix that. Let's connect them up to the batteries. You know what? I think I'm going to use another little side platform over there and connect them in, which does mean deleting this with reinforced platforms. So we are a couple of blocks higher here. So my plan, if I can get away with it. Ooh, I can't get away with it. It's too close to underneath. It's alright. We'll just have to come up with a new plan, won't we? And I think that little plan there will do nicely. It is at the right level, isn't it? Not in the slightest. One further down, MiGly. Oh, well, I managed to get that all designed and connected in. I think it looks alright. Not too bad, not too cheesy. I think it looks alright. Only thing is, I'm going to have to delete this so it's as efficient as it can be. Right, I've rebuilt that so that's not a reinforced platform anymore. What's the water level like doing here? Are we dipping below the old warehouse? It looks like we are. Well, we can test that by deleting the floodgate. Aye, we certainly are. Happy days. I would delete the warehouse, but we need it for a path. And I'm hoping we can get a fair whack of this dynamite in before Old Mate Straw gets dry, because it's not that far off at the moment. It's only got a little under half a straw left to pump away with. Let us fill that with a little levy. And then we'll finally finish our little battery wall here. So I'm pretty confident this battery wall's going to be enough battery as well as the wind farm. But we are going to be doing some things. I'll leave it at that. We're going to be doing some things in future episodes. Which require a lot of power. Perfect! Look at that big battery wall there. You know what? I'm going to have to bloody turn off the... I'm going to have to turn on free mode rather. There we go. Look at that big old battery wall there. What a sight to behold. And as you probably noticed by the old dynamiting going on doing here, we are going to be dynamiting this all the way down to the bottom here. As far as it'll let us. Which is where this water line is here, the first block. Anyway, before I start getting crazy, let's turn free camera off, resume the game, and resume connecting all of these wind farms together. One thing I failed to consider here is that this bad lad can't be a power shaft 90 degree. It needs to be a universal number. So we can go up and sideways with it, all the way to the tippity top, before we cap it off and connect into the batteries there. So that's the batteries connected to 2 of the wind farms. 3 of the wind farms. This one, and this one. So this middle row here is connected to the batteries, and by proxy connected to the rest of these as well. We've got to work on getting this top bar connected, and that's what this little area over here is. Did I use any reinforced platforms here? Is this bottom one at least reinforced? Nope. Alright, let's rebuild all of that again. Again. Are these spatter docks picked here? No, they're 99% ready though. And there is some aquatic farmers picking the spatter docks. Reinforced platforms this time, MiGly. So since we have this reinforced support on this side of the bridge, we can now this side, and we can delete this entire end stack of reinforced platforms here with a big vertical power shaft number. We can actually do the same with this corner as well, since the battery doesn't go and reach to the end. And then we can pop caps on the top that connect those two together. This bit here is what connects those two together. We got the universal power shaft there in the corner. Those two connected and then going up as well. Nice. I forgot to make this one a bloody universal power shaft. I need to do the rest of the stack. Let's quickly redo that. There we go. So because we're connecting into all 3 layers here with this big one stack of power shafts, and that stack of power shafts along the bottom there connects into this stack here. You know what? I don't think that's going to work because I've got a style that I'm going for, which I completely forgot about. And I just realised that this middle row is connected to the batteries and everything else by that little bridge back there that I completely forgot about. There we are. That's the bridge that's connecting them together. So we don't need to worry about connecting this end. And just so I know that, I'm going to pop a shrub there. And I think instead of having the power shafts... Let me show you. Instead of having the power shafts connecting like that, I might have them pushed back just a little bit. Connect this one up with a 90 here. The wrong type of 90. Connect this one up with a 90. Of course, this one's going to have to be a T. I've got something crazy in my mind designed here. Let me see if I can do it. Actually, before I delete that, let me see if I can do it with these little cheaty platforms here. Oh no! I just remembered why I can't use bridges. Be deleted. Obviously, the batteries are going to be going down into the bottom of the earth, so the bridges can't be used. Well, this one can. I'll leave this little bridge in. So now we do need to connect this middle row in. I tell you what, I'm glad I noticed that now rather than later. Imagine if I finished building the whole thing and I was just like, oh, why are one of these battery packs nowhere near as good as the other ones? Aye, that would be why. Right, so we're back to running power this away. Getting a universal joint on there. And then stacking our way up to here, not forgetting a straight to vertical power shaft halfway up to connect that middle row. Then you know what? I was going to cap it like that. Why don't I pop a little universal one on the top like that? And then, if I make this row reinforced platforms, I should be able to do a little bridge on the end, cap the tops, and come across just like that. And that'll be these all connected. So we've got these two and these 2 full rows connected to the batteries. This large windmill here is directly connected to that lumber mill there. Same with that one there. This one is disconnected for now. And I believe if we don't do anything, it will remain disconnected. We don't need to delete these. We don't need to build these platforms. But let's build those platforms here with a little straight power shaft and connect it into that little lumber mill there. So we've got a connected large windmill. This one here is going to house a lumber mill at some point. But the lumber mill, the path could be on that side. But the path should be on this side. So let me mark that out with a path here. There we're gone. Then I might be able to do a wee... You know what, actually, no, I'm going to use these areas where we're not using anything. Will it let me pop a beaver statue? It will. Alright, beaver statues go wherever we don't need power. And I believe if I pop a little 4 high platform situation here with a straight power shaft, that should connect into our imaginary lumber mill that we don't have built yet. Yes, it does. Happy days. We'll connect these together, and then once this dynamite's blown up, we'll pop a straight power shaft in there, and that'll connect it into these windmills at the bottom. Are these sparadox being picked? Not yet. But they're at least grown. They're getting run to it, you know? They're getting run to it. Speaking of getting run to things, let me make sure that this is in. And you know what? We can access all of these areas here from this walkway, so we'll let the path end there. So we got the bottom connected up into there once that dynamite's done. So we know that everything on this right-hand side is connected to either the existing power building network or the gravity batteries along the back. These gravity batteries along the back go down, they connect to this left one here, and this one here. So that's everything connected. Yes, that is everything connected. My question now, is it even worth faffing about over here trying to get all this stuff connected? Or do I just free this up? I think I just freed this up here. I did it again! Not reinforced platforms. I put a lantern on there to signify it's the last time I'm rebuilding this effing thing. But I do think that is everything connected now. And we're looking mighty tasty. Mighty tasty indeed. Let me turn off free camera, yeah. Or let me turn on free camera, I should say. And look at this absolute beauty here. Cannot wait for this to get built. Like, this will absolutely change and revolutionise everything. Now, what is Ganon doing in the bottom corner there, I see? Did I accidentally put the wrong thing in here? I hope I did. Yeah, universal power shaft. Let me replace it. Oh, snap back to reality there with the camera. Oh, don't tell me I have to do the whole thing. I mean, I will do the whole thing so it looks right, but, like, I didn't really want to. No, does this need to be universal? It doesn't, does it? It just needs to go up into the side. So that should work just fine. Right. No! It all looks good and proper and as it should be. There is a little bit of decoration to do. We aren't done just yet. If we whip out some handy dandy double platforms, stack them up the side here for no reason whatsoever. Now let me see if I can do this first of all. Can I pop a shrub on there? I can't. It's too tall, right? That's the top. What my plan is, I want to pop a shrub all the way up here. And then we have a nice little shrub corner like that. And then from the shrub corners, if we get hedges, bring them all the way out to the actual corners. And then this is the best bit. Now let me figure out the best way of showing you is that. Put hedges all the way along. You know what, I think this big free camera angle, big zoom out will do the job for showing placing all of these lovely hedges in here like. Now I hope you understand why I had to faff about making sure this power shaft had its own run. Even though we're not even using that anymore. Damn it, that means I'm going to have to redo all this. No, does it? It does, doesn't it? Yeah, I'm going to have to redo all this. I'll be back, beeps. Well, that's all rebuild for hopefully the final time. And I'm thinking, do I need to connect this side of the batteries to this? I think I do. Because these windmills aren't connected otherwise. These three, they're connected to here. They're all connected now to matter. But these two need to be connected in. Which I think means I need to delete this again and re-replace it with a reinforced stack. Right, that's rebuilt. Now all we need to do is do a little platform building. So if we get a side platform of the too long variety, we try and get it placed on this little platform here. Get it placed. Come on, placed. There we go. Then we can be cheesy boys for this bit. Get those connected in. Although, I don't like how this connects here. Look, you can see that connects to the side, but then that's trying to connect into it. Let's see if I make these two that as well, if that helps. If that'll connect in a bit nicer. It does. It does actually connect in a bit nicer there. Can I combine 1.5 and 1? So if I go like that, and like that? No, that would be a no. What about if I put a 1 here? Does that work? No again. So we need to be 1.5 or 1s all the way. I think I might punish myself here and go on 1.5s all the way. Actually, no, I won't, because they look daft. 1s all the way look much better. So let's remove this cap here. Change it to a universal number. Get our power torn in. And then we'll get our straight to vertical power shaft here. Some plenty straight shaft in there. And then some vertical shafts up the top until we cap it nicely into the battery like that. And there we are. Now we have this power stack here connected to the battery, and the battery's connected all the way to the other power stack. That means everything here is connected together, and more importantly, connected to this place here, which needs all the power it can get. Look, we're still struggling with these box of rocks. Still struggling with it. You know what I might do actually? Let's see about upping priority of any of these that are directly touching. Well, they're only directly touching ones that aren't built yet, so we'll have to build those as well. But if you wouldn't mind maximum prioritizing those too, that would be an absolute hoot. How we dealing with bad water? I see we're still pumping, but are we pumping anything? Do I have short water off? Okay, cool. Didn't realise I had that enabled. Oh, it is just at the bottom there. You can see as we look through, it's just at the filter. There's not much bad water left for this bad laddie to straw up. Are we getting on with the bad water dome? Not that we can see, but we're doing alright. We just need 100 more gears and we'll be there. We should be able to do that in the next 16 days, providing everyone stays alive and everything. Speaking of, I haven't even given a second thought about the beavers doing here. I'm sorry, beavers. I'm sorry. It looks like we've got heaps of water stored up all around the map. With little tatty towers getting some tatties in it. Oh, look at the tatty storage in the tatty pit, though. All 4 of those are lit. We got all of the haulers in. All of the hauling posts have been built. You know what I'm thinking we do need, though? Is a nice little daytime-nighttime transition. But the other way around, though. Nighttime-daytime. Welcome to the nighttime-daytime. Now, we need some more builders. We're just not building fast enough. It's as simple as that. And I think we might utilise this little area here. Get some builders on the gun. And the final path to connect it all up. I think that's a lovely little builder's village there. You know what, beavers? I prioritise at least these ones here. And then I prioritise these ones here. Earlier when I said high prioritise, I obviously meant very high. Obviously. If you can read your mind, that is. But if you're not a mind reader, yeah, I meant very high. Ooh, detonate! I don't know why I'm detonating this, because it's just going to sink the water down. And all of these bad lads are going to dry up and die. Now what? Let's make it happen even faster if it's going to happen. Ooh, we even got these 2 in. Boom, boom. There you are. It's quite fun placing these. Like, there we go. You got to get right in with it, otherwise you didn't get in with it. What the kid's saying it? How are we doing here, ye in? Are we picking up any stripping bad water? Doesn't look like we are. Looks like Jin's going to get paused and go somewhere else. Oh, our spatter docks are drying out. Good and bad. Oh, this one's actually fully dead. How long have I got on this? 0.6? Alright, that'll be dead soon and all. Right, let's do our little... Yup. Let's sort the camera angle out and we'll build over this side of the map here. It's a tricky building up a height now that I've built everything. Essentially, I want to have single platforms going across there. And then I'll want to delete this platform. Yeah, what actually? Instead of doing it... What I was going to do is put 2 platforms here and have the path going around there. And then I was going to put a stair there and have the stair going down. But why don't I just put a stair here? Which, coincidentally enough, is how I had it in the first place. For different reasons, I had this paper mill planned to be the aqua farmhouse, but nope. And then we pop a path underneath. I just need to get on the angle. Wait for it. There it is. Underneath this pathway. And it goes all the way along here. I just need to wait for this spatter dock to die and then we'll be able to finish the path. Spatter dock died. Time to pop a path down. In the morning, of course. It's path placing morning. There we are. Now we have a path going all the way to this dynamite, which should be able to get built. And by built, I mean planted. Whenever these wooden stairs are built, which is bloody soon by the looks of things. Away, builder. One more builder. One more builder. Where's the builder? There's the builder. Hell yeah. Now we should be able to get to this dynamite and plant it whenever we get round to having some more bad water to make dynamite with. Now, since this small tank's empty, let me get it deleted and replaced with a bit of dynamite there. Oh, you know what I just realised? We're going to need some paper. Let's unpause this paper mill here. Unpaused. Well done, Ziggurat. You are now the first paper mill worker, I think, to ever work up there. We had no paper mill over here, but no longer. Tell you what, our little builders village here is coming along swimmingly. We're getting plenty of builders. Those logs there that are nearly up to 1,000 are going to be probably back down to nearly 1. How close are we on this bad water dome? Not too bad, actually. Not too bad. We do have the extra gear workshop up and running. Oh, you know what we can do now, since we got this bad water rig actually there? Unpause this levee, and that means that this lumber mill might actually get built. I need to resort the priority over here as well, won't I? Yes, I will. All of this high priority, please. Now, to actually build this big mega structure here, I think we're going to go path into there. And then I want to do a little ladder situation somewhere where we haven't planted dynamite yet. So maybe a path to there. And then we get the reinforced ladders out. And we just start stacking these all the way up. And here's the fun bit. We've now got to go and delete a lot of the stuff that we've built. So we can actually like put paths there and get it built. So I'll probably have to delete the vast majority of these batteries along the top here. I'm going to have to delete... Oh no. I'm going to have to delete the shrubs, right? But that means deleting everything. Again. Oh, including those ones that are... Oh, I'm going to have to do that one by one. Oh, right. This is definitely an off-camera thing. I'm going to leave it at speed 3. And I'll check back once I've done rebuilding all of this. And you'll be able to see how long it took. I'm back. It only took us a couple of days. Not too bad. I did remember to put the reinforced platforms back in the side corner here. So this platform makes sense. And with that path... That is this whole area now connected. Now all we need to do is the same for the front here. What my plan is here, nothing else. I think I'll have to delete that one windmill there. I'm going to use ladders again, just to go straight up on this side. I was a bit freaked out there. I was like, what's going on? But I must have misplaced some double platforms. Right, so now we can actually get over onto here. And as well, if we do the same down here, we'll be able to do the same with the path there. And what I believe I can do, if I get these ladders back out once again, we'll have them coming out the back this time. I'll have them gone all the way up to there. And then I want to build some more platforms off the side here. Connecting into the ladder. And I think I can connect to the ladder there. And at the top here. And then just start building on these levels. From the ladder, which is mint. Hell yeah, I can. Look at that. I've got that lantern set as maximum priority. So hopefully beavers get to there. And then just quickly lean over, build the lantern. Before they build the next triple reinforced platform. What do we got here? What do we have here? Is this a floating hedge? I must have clicked that. I must have placed that at some point while I was building it. The old floating hedge there. Alright, so we should be able to build this. I just need to go ahead and delete a fair whack of these windmills off the top here. Manually one by one, so I'll catch you after that so you don't get epileptic fits at me. Are you sure you want a delete box coming up over and over again? Last bit of path. And that should be everything pathed up, prioritised as it needs to be. The only thing I need to do is, well, leave that menu open so I can actually see something. Is go through and pause all of these constructions that aren't right near the end. Not this construction though that I accidentally paused over here. Where are you? There we are, unpause it. Because if I don't pause it, beavers will just build the first thing and not able to reach the rest of it. Oh, I just noticed! It's been, what, like a week, if that. And we were nearly at 1,000 logs. We are down to 11. I did see, oh, that might be why as well. The builder army has been out just demolishing all of our stocks and stores of logs, planks, gears, the whole whack. Neat. Let's get a lot of these paused here. I mainly just want them as a backup, to be honest with you. And let's do a little bit of sanity checking here, especially with the priorities on. Oh, I forgot to pause these. This is why we sanity check. Sanity check. Somewhat successful. Oh, look at this. We even have a little bit of extra wind kicking off. I may as well unpause this lumber. You know what? I may as well not unpause the lumber mill because we didn't have enough logs. How are we doing with our log production? We could do with another lumber mill over here. I will say that. What about over here? I think with DNR, we maybe could do with another lumberjack flag, but nah. And doing here on the island. We're doing better than we were last episode, but we could still do with another lumberjack flag. So where can I plop a lumberjack flag over here where it can actually be useful? Oh, I don't know about that, but I do see some dynamite explode. Oh, we can finish building this. I love getting distracted by shite that I shouldn't get distracted by, like. I believe that's our last large water pump that needs to be placed on here. Why, aye it is. Ooh. Oh, now actually, I've just noticed I would have deleted the platform there so I could place that water pump of the large variety. That might explain why the bloody forest I can't see up here. Let's pop a double platform in on this corner here with the maximum priority. I believe the builders can reach it from here because this isn't in yet. And then we'll see if that allows the forester to see up there or not. And I'm thinking lumberjack wise, we will have to not plant some tatties in here, which it's difficult for me to swallow, but I think we can get over it. If I pop a lumberjack flag there, path it up, of course where these two are going to go, and this lumberjack can just deal with the top half, and these two lumberjacks here can deal with the bottom half. And like, look, they can definitely see the oaks. The trees are marked to be cut and everything, so there's no reason, like, other than they just don't get round to it by the time that these ones over here grow. There's no reason why these should be here. Before I forget, I did say we should do with another little lumberjack flag up here somewhere. Ooh, I fancy popping one right at the top of the stairs here. Let's pop a little platform on, just the one. Just a one platform, you know, now it's special. And a lumberjack flag there, just hanging off the edge. I just came back to max and prioritise this. Already built. That's the joys of still having half a village of builders on in the gun, innit? You're stranded, aren't you, mate? I knew it. You leave you alone for like 5 seconds and you've already stranded yourself. Get ya, mate. Go. Tell you what, we've got 6 days left. I just want to take stock. Our gravity batteries are just about holding in there, and that's partially thanks to our new windmills here that should be both connected in. Yeah, both connected into the actual main power grid. I thought as well our Pabia mill will be chopping up all the logs, not helping with our log situation. How are we doing over here? Do I see the post of the big cap? I do. The Badwater Dome's in. Happy days. Oh, we did get a shrub in though. Big shrubbery action. You know what I'm thinking? We've got a real casual 5 days here. Let me do speed 4, control H. It get back to you in about 5 days or so. Tell you what, my laptop is struggling with speed 4 during the day. Like, it's not having a fun time. It's alright during the night, but during the day, it struggles. It might look a bit nicer when it's sped up though, so that's why I've just left it. But I hope this isn't the end of the speed 4, because if it is, it's going to be a bad time for my recordings, I tell you that. Because I primarily use speed 4 to keep the recordings as short as I can. Otherwise, my laptop starts taking off, flying out and saying, I'm not having anything to do with rendering this video, mate. Get lost. And it's actually really laggy to edit as well, so anyway, yeah. We are now successfully made it through it to cycle 26 after our 26-day drought. Now that's actually only 2 days less than the one that almost wiped us out. Ooh, what do we got here? There's some free wood. Why, aye, it is. Builder's hut. You're not needed because we've got a builder's village. Builders from the builder's village, if you wouldn't mind real quickly building these 3 little lumberjack flags here. And then I'm going to temporarily pause this forester and temporarily mark all of these for cutting. And that should help a little bit when it comes to the old single figure log situation we have going on. Let's do a little speed 4 here. And we'll watch these lumberjacks just demolish these chestnut trees. But let me know what you think of that power solution there. I know it's the old classic, you know, just wire batteries and that. But, you know, hopefully it's somewhat unique. It's got a little bit of shummick about it. And I think it'll definitely be efficient enough to power our dreams, to power the full industrial revolution. Which it's gonna have to, like. It's gonna have to. Oh, I hear a warning! Hood off! We've got another drought approaching. Right, no more speed 4 lunatic action hour here. I'll just let these lumberjack flags just cut down all these chestnut trees of their own accord. You know what? We didn't need this anymore. It's never going to reach. Our villages get deleted. Well, not you as a beaver, but your workplace get deleted. And how are we doing here? Are we still waiting for Badwater to fall out of here? Aye. And there's about a block left, I'd say. Oh,
a little left than it.
A little bit less than a block there, actually. That should go away.
In the not too
distant future. Oh, and I just clocked there as well. We're at 100 logs again, thanks to chopping down these chestnuts. Oh, we got our little lumberjack on a platform here, helping out cutting down this oak forest here. We got Zealry here just diligently working away, replanting all of those oaks that have been taken up. Isn't that right, mate? Absolute replanting legend. They even get planting down here. Actually, are these marked for cut trees? They are, sweet. So yeah, you should be cutting them. Ooh, look, we've got beavers up on the bloody platforms. Let's go from this side. Look at the beavers up and doing the ladder, working on the platforms. Tell you what, can I get a decent little angle here? I can. Let me do a speed 4 for about 2 days. You can watch the beavers going up and doing the ladder, build the platforms. Ooh, I'm switching to a different angle here. I'll do that one. You'll be able to see the beavers running side to side there. You can see them on basically all the levels. I love watching the beavers going up and doing the ladder, like, it's mint. Oh, it's mint. I've had to go down to speed 3 as well, because speed 4 was just too laggy. There was probably like 3 FPS instead of 60, so speeding that up even further would have mean there probably was like 6 frames every like half a second in the video. It's supposed to be 60 per second, and there was probably about 10% of that once it was all sped up, I'd imagine. So instead of you watching a 6 FPS slideshow, we're gonna do it at speed 3. Tell you what, these builders are making quick work of this, like. I'm proud of them. Oh yeah, come on, the builders running up the ladder. Now let's switch the HUD on because we're probably on our last day here. Yeah, 0.9 days. I want to make sure we store up plenty of water like we didn't last time. Oh, look at that. We actually got it in. I thought old mate with a... What's he building there? Oh, building the one above. They're building the platforms above. That's what they're building. Yeah, this actually still goes up quite a way before where they are. I thought the one near the top just looking at it unbuilt, but as soon as I clicked that, I was like, nah. They're about halfway. And that doesn't include the batteries either. Oh, this is a much better angle to watch from. Like, the next time we do one of these, I know it'll be better to do it from this angle, alright? Don't crucify me. Let's get these up to number 2, and number 2. I love that. I love that probably more than I should, the fact that that's now 2 high instead of 3. Oh, sorry, Babby. Oh, the Babby was contemplating and I just flooded his contemplation spot like an absolute knob. Not a nice thing to do to the Babbies, that. It looks like we're officially flooding here, so let's go ahead and get this up to number 3. The only one that should be a number 3. And now we wait 0.4 days. 0.4 days for what, MiGly, you may add? Well, we wait 0.4 days to get a tidy little angle like this. Maybe speedfall help we get there? Oh, look at that sunset. Because as soon as the sun rises and the drought starts, I'll see you next week where we continue to build this absolute beast of a power system.